How was the synod so far?
The synod has been most interesting. We have just completed 1 week of the synod, and so far we've had the relatio from Cardinal Oswald, where he has given an overview of all the responses that have come to the lineamenta and the instrumentum laboris, and he gave some orientations. Now, from all the countries now, we have had many presentations. At the beginning, as you know, we had continental presentations, and I gave a presentation on Asia, on what Asia's problems are and Asia's challenges are as far as evangelization and new evangelization is concerned. So far for me, it has been a very, very interesting learning experience. We are aware of the challenges the church is facing all over. We are aware of how the gospel is facing difficulties for acceptance, and how the gospel also is an answer to the problems of the world, and how we present the gospel as the answer to the problems of the world. We've heard so many different pastoral initiatives that have come out. What has struck me is that over and over again, the family has come out very strongly as one of the means of evangelization, and that we've got to give the gospel and learn the gospel and practice the gospel in the home, in the family. That's the very sacred place for an encounter of man with Jesus, the home. So this has been very interesting to see this emphasized all over the world. What has also come out very forcefully is the necessity of using the new media, the communications media. The world is having a boom of communications all over, also in Asia, also in India, and how this is not a threat but an opportunity to use this vehicle, this God-given instrument, to spread the gospel. That's been also something which we've come to learn. For us, therefore, it has been initiative, beginning, initiation into what is new evangelization and what new evangelization means for the whole world.
What connection do you see between the new evangelization, the family, and the human life?
As I said, new evangelization really has got much to do with the family. I think that when family life is threatened, gospel values are threatened. God has chosen the family, has created the family. It's a divine creation, this institution of the family. Marriage is a sacrament. Jesus blessed it, and therefore that's a sacred place, a sacred instrument, a sacred space where man can encounter God. In the family, I would see the growth of the person. For me, the family is the place where the person works out his life mission. Family is the place where he works out his joy. A family is the place where he shares his sorrows and is able to overcome his sorrows. The family is the place where he really feels fulfilled as a person. Jesus came to give life, and to give life to the full. And I believe that it's in the family that we can really experience the fullness of life. It's so important, therefore, that life is protected in every aspect. In the what is family is sacred. Every individual is sacred. The unborn has to be protected, and the aged have to be protected, both ways. And therefore, when we strengthen family life, we can strengthen the meaning of how it is important to protect the unborn, defenseless child, the value of life. That's also human life, which is not yet born, which is in the embryo. And therefore the whole campaign, pro-life, against abortion, helping people in difficulties, and again at the other end, euthanasia. There are forces which say that a person is not productive, is no longer necessary in society, Again, family love should be able to embrace these people, protect them, and help them to have a full life.
How conduct family pastoral in your country?
The family apostolate is a very central apostolate in India. I myself was in charge of the family apostolate in the Archdiocese of Bombay for many years, and then at the regional level. This apostolate has caught on very much. At the very beginning, people were wondering, what is the family apostolate? What do you mean? Isn't it taken for granted? But now there are many family movements. The Christian family movement, there's the Couples for Christ movement, there is the Marriage Encounter, and all these movements have got lots of people joining them for different purposes and different aims, but all really helping them to live their home life and family life and married life in a more satisfactory and satisfying way. In the home, a person can work out his spirituality, his holiness, his sanctity. In the home, we can have the Bible, the Word of God becoming central. In the home, we can have the presence of Jesus through their people's outreach, the love they show to each other, the love they show to outsiders, and the concern. I'm so happy that in many of our families now, family life and reading of the Bible is coming a little bit better. It's improving, and there are people beginning to see the value of this, because the parishes have been insisting on this. As you know, we have taken in India and in Mumbai, my own archdiocese, the small Christian communities as a new way of being church. And these small Christian communities are a cluster of families which come together to share with each other the gospel, the work they do, the prayer life, their difficulties, and to collaborate together also for social work. So it has been very successful, it has been very challenging, and many people are interested in the family apostolate, both families, and I also have found priests who like to get into the family apostolate.